friends, welcome or welcome back to the Blue Butterfly Tarot. Today we're looking specifically into a no contact and or separation situation, their current intentions, and I've got two piles for you. This is pile number one, this is pile number two. Pile number one is Midnight City Tarot, and pile number two is the Wild Reflections Tarot. Take your time, see which pile or piles you feel intuitively called to. I do want to say this is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. If one pile's messages don't resonate, then choose the other. If both piles' messages don't resonate, then it just means that maybe there aren't any messages for you in this video today, but I do hope that at least one of the piles' messages do resonate. Please be careful of scammers. I would never reach out to you asking you to follow or subscribe or book a private reading, so just please be a little bit careful about that. My private readings are open right now. You can check the details in the description box below. I'm going to give you a few seconds now to see which pile or piles you feel intuitively called to, and then I shall begin. Hi Pile 1, for those of you who chose the Midnight City Tarot, this is going to be your reading, alright? Before we get into the reading, let's just take some time to realign our energies. So close your eyes, think of your person, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Alrighty, Pile 1. Specifically for a no contact and or separation situation, your person's current intentions. Pile 1's person's current intentions. Some clarifiers, please. Queen of Wands, Queen of Cups, Ten of Swords, High Priestess, Eight of Wands, Knight of Cups, and the Page of Cups. Okay. I also have your Oracle card, so let's get into that as well. We have Liberation, we have Olive, we have Chantico, I'm open and ready to learn something new every day. We have Embrace, we have 5656 with learning, and we have Stingray. A lot of healing going on with your person at this point in time, Pile 1. So first off, there's definitely been some kind of a disagreement between the two of you, or when things started to approach a no contact situation between the two of you, I think that there might have been a little bit of an animosity between the two of you. Right now, your person is, how do I say, they're thinking a lot about this connection, but more importantly, I think that they're thinking about this no contact between the two of you, why both of you have kind of come into this place, and it's more so about thinking, how do they come forward? You know, because they can't just come forward with the same energy as they were previously. I think that either you are going to get upset or both of you are going to keep repeating your cycles. So there's a lot of retrospection going on within them, but there's also a lot of healing. With the olive coming out over here, 2, 3, first off, olive branch is coming to my mind. But secondly, it's also a change in the dynamic between the two of you. But they also know that they can't repeat the energy. They have to shift. They have to learn how to come in a, I guess I would say, more aligned energy. So right now, a lot of thinking going on, a lot of retrospection, and frankly, I think that your person might be looking towards spirituality a little bit, just kind of like looking inwards, trying to see how they've been showing up, their behavioral patterns. This person could have some past wounds coming up with the Ten of Swords and the High Priestess, and there is kind of this acknowledgement that, yes, okay, I understand that maybe some of my behaviors kind of stem from past wounds. Maybe it is my past trauma. So there is that recognition coming through, which I feel is very healthy and very aligned at this point in time, Pile 1, because your person is starting to open up to the idea that they could have contributed to the dynamic between the two of you. So I think that for the first part of this no contact between the two of you, it's possible that your person was very resistive, did not want to acknowledge their fault or their part of the misalignment, because I do see that there might have been on your end as well. And I think there might have been also a blame game going on, like your person pointing fingers at you and saying, you did this, you were the one to cause this, but not really taking time to reflect upon their actions as well. Like, how did their energy contribute to the dynamic between the two of you? So I do feel defensive energies, but all of those walls are coming down at this point in time. I think that there might be external circumstances that are shifting your person's perspective about how they contributed to the dynamic between the two of you. Someone could have blamed your person in other aspects of their life, and then them understanding that, hey, no, it's actually two people who have contributed to this. It's not just one person. It takes two to clap. So that's the energy that your person is in, and they're starting to realize that, hey, there are some wounds from my past that have been hindering me from maybe fully accepting this connection, maybe for being fully present in this connection. There are so many things that I'm learning about myself, about my past, and I didn't know at this point that it was affecting, but now I do. So this is an opportunity for me to learn, for me to grow, for me to understand and heal. And that's what's happening with your person at this point in time. I would not be surprised if your person has some kind of a spiritual guide at this point in time. They might be, I'm not getting therapy per se, but I am getting some kind of spiritual guide. So your person could be looking through YouTube videos more on spirituality, more on healing, more on self-love. That's kind of the energy that's coming through. Or there could be someone, I am getting priest as well, but it could be somebody that your person looks up to. All right, pastor as well. Many words are coming to my mind, so that I think that there are many of you over there, but definitely some kind of spiritual guide coming through. So as your person is understanding more about how their past wounds have been affecting this connection, how their past wounds, either subconsciously or unconsciously, have been, affecting the dynamic between the two of you. Maybe their trigger responses, or their trauma responses, or their triggers coming up in this connection, and them not understanding why it was affecting them so much, and why maybe their reactions to certain things happening in this connection might have been a little bit more than necessary, but that's part of the pain, that's part of the trigger. So how do you come to middle ground with all of that? And your person's learning. We have 2 cards about learning, so there's a lot that your person's learning about themselves, about their past wounds, about their own traumas, about how they need to heal if they want to come forward in a different energy, because this person definitely wants to. They want reconciliation. It's definitely in the cards as well, with the Knight of Cups coming out, with the 8 of Wands and the Page of Cups coming out. I mean, there's definitely a lot of love between the two of you, and I think that both of you do want reconciliation and you do want to embrace this connection, but your person's understanding that unless and until there is a shift within them, and you might also be realizing that on your end as well, but unless and until there is a shift within them, I think that both of you might not be able to even come to a point of apology. And I am getting apology coming through from your person. Like I said, it's a lot of their ego self that's chipping away at this point in time, and that's very, very painful. Your ego self is there to protect the wounds that you have, and unfortunately or fortunately, that comes out in a way that is harmful to you, as well as to people around you. At least the more you engage with your ego self. But that's actually just the wounds that your person's holding, kind of holding a cage around. But now that the cage is open, now that your person's starting to look within, heal those wounds, is a lot of vulnerability that's coming through. And so your person right now, if you've not heard anything from them, if they've kind of gone within, that's the reason why. They're going through a period where they're liberating themselves from their past wounds, but that also involves a lot of them feeling vulnerable at this point in time. There is an apology coming in from for some of you. For others of you, actually for most of you, there is a physical message of an apology coming through. For others of you, it's going to be through through actions, through gestures. It might not be "I'm sorry," but it could be, just coming forward with maybe a bouquet of flowers, letting you know that they care about you, that they want to give this another go. This is definitely heavy reconciliation, but it's more healthy reconciliation because there's a lot of shift happening on your person's end at this point in time. And I'm feeling lighter within myself just as I'm reading your channeled messages. But I think that by tapping into these old wounds, your person's feeling more free. You know, I think whatever hold these past wounds have had on your person, they're slowly starting to let go. It's a very, very slow process, but your person's getting there. I would say that they are closer towards the end of that phase in their life where they're, you know, kind of going through retrospection, because it seems like the energy is a little bit more fast moving and your person's wanting to come forward with you and telling you that, hey, this is so much that I've learned about myself, and you know, I feel like a brand new person and I want to come and I want to tell you about it. So there's a lot of energy of your person wanting to talk to you, wanting to show you who they are today, right? That's coming through. There's a lot of love between the two of you, Pile 1. A lot of love, and that by itself has kind of pushed your person to go through this entire process. And I would not be surprised if you've been feeling it as well with the High Priestess coming out. I would not be surprised if there's some kind of like an intuitive bond between the two of you, like an energetic cord between the two of you. One message for you, Pile 1. Yeah, they're coming forward, don't worry. All right, they're definitely coming forward. The King of Wands coming here. For me, the wand energy is the most spiritual of all of them. And the King of Wands is someone who's truly tapped into their spirituality, who is, you know, not just tapping into it, but also taking actionable steps towards that as well. So I am getting that for your person, but I'm also getting that for you. That's interesting because I think that there are lessons that you are learning on your end as well. All right. The message coming through for you, Pile 1, is the more you start getting comfortable with the lessons that you are meant to learn in this period of separation pertaining to this connection, the more it's happening on your person's end as well. Both of you are mirroring each other. And so it's not just about learning the lessons, it's also about how do you implement those lessons? How do you change the dynamic of your connection when there is an opportunity for reconciliation using the lessons that you've learned? Because it's not just learning about it, it's also about how do you apply those lessons. So that's very, very important at this point in time, application of those lessons. And if there has been healing work that's been going on your end as well, it's also important to take time to rest, to breathe in, to breathe out. You know, if it's meant to be, this connection will come around, and it looks like both of you want it as well. So it looks like there is going to be an opportunity, but at this point in time, focus on healing, focus on learning the lessons, because that is what is going to help both of you shift the cycle of pain that you might be causing each other. All right? This is where I will leave you for today, Pile 1. I really hope that this reading brought you the comfort, clarity, and confirmation you're looking for. Thank you for allowing me to read for you. My private readings are open right now. You can check the details in the description box below, but if this is where you'd like to leave me, then I just want to say thank you so much for all your love and positive energy, whether it's with the like, share, subscribe, comments, the tips, and watching my page ads. Those are the ways that I feel your love and positive energy, and I'm really, really grateful for it. Pile 1, take care, trust your intuition, you always have free will, and I'll catch you in my next one. Bye-bye. Hi Pile 2, for those of you who chose the Wild Reflections Tarot, this is going to be your reading, alright? Before we get into the reading, let's just take some time to realign our energies. So close your eyes, think of your person, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Ready, Pile 2, specifically for no contact and or separation situation or current intentions. Current intentions. What is person's current intentions? Pile 2's person's current intentions. Okay, Pile 2, let's see what we have here for today. We have the Hangman, we have the Knight of Swords, we have the Six of Pentacles, we have the Six of Cups, we have the Eight of Wands, Page of Wands, Ace of Swords. Okay, I also have your Oracle card, so we're going to get into that as well. Okay, Ace of Swords, okay. We have Fate. We have Linden. We have Gaia. Every day is an opportunity to create my world. We have Kindness. We have 1818 for the financial, and we have the Unicorn. Okay. I'm definitely getting soulmate energy of some kind. The Unicorn and Fate coming out together, and the Six of Cups. So take that as it resonates, but definitely some kind of soulmate energy coming through very, very strongly in your reading. There is definitely a pause between the two of you, me with the Hangman coming out, but there is a very strong urge within your person to talk to you, to communicate. I think that both of you have wanted this connection for a very, very long time, and I would not be surprised if you both knew the other person was stepping into your life even before this connection came into your life. You know, I think that both of you were always looking for that specific energy, and you found it within you. For whatever reason, that this no contact has been there between the two of you. And with Linden coming out, it seems to be some kind of conflict, some kind of disagreement between the two of you, or maybe your energies were just not ready for the depth of this connection. For whatever reason, that maybe your person wants to come forward. They want to talk to you about this connection. They want to tell you how they've been feeling. For some of you, I am getting that because we have the Ace of Swords over here. I think that maybe there was a denial of the strength of this connection for quite some time, maybe on both of your ends, or specifically on your person's end as well. I also think that your person, even though they were kind of looking for your energy all their life, when you did step into their life, it's possible that they felt they were not ready. Reality could be different, but they probably felt that they were not ready for the depth of this connection, because I am sensing, like, even I'm feeling it in my hands and stuff like that. The energy seems to be very, very strong between the two of you, and I think that your person might have been afraid of what this could mean for their life and what it could change within their life as well. So that might have led to a lot of resistance on your person's end. We have 11 coming out, so I feel like you felt the soulmate connection right off the bat, but your person might have resisted it. Even though they felt it, they didn't want to acknowledge it, or they were afraid of what it could mean. And I see that there might have been a very long period of resistance on their end. But today things are a lot different, Paltu, I gotta tell you, because your person is starting to understand that they manifested this, that they created this for both of you to come together. They, in some shape or form, they were manifesting your energy into their life, and they're starting to accept that maybe it was fate. You know, maybe this connection has always been this strong because it was meant to be, because it was meant to show up in their lives. So there's a very strong feeling of acceptance coming through, and whatever fears your person had about this connection at some point, yeah, all of that is slowly washing away. I think that the depth of what this person feels for you, and the pull that they feel for this connection, I think it is something that your person can't explain. And it's not that they have gotten an explanation for that. No, it's that they're recognizing that sometimes some connections, you don't need an explanation. You know, it's not something that you can explain, and that's okay. You know, that's okay to embrace a connection like that. So it's possible that this person might have kind of kept things casual between the two of you, or in the name of friendship. And I want to say quotes because the message coming through is that both of you could never be friends. You know, this is definitely a romantic energy coming through. And even if both of you were friends in the name of friendship, I don't think that that was the energy between the two of you. And I think that you could always sense it. And I definitely know that your person could also sense it with the unicorn coming out. It's this very, very spiritual connection between the two of you. And it's how much ever they tried to deny it, actually the harder it's come onto them, this realization that, no, I can't deny the power of this connection and the hold that this connection has. And I think that your person's kind of taking time out to breathe in this new understanding of this connection, that they might not have an explanation for it, they might not understand it completely, but it is something that they want to at least give it a try to see where this could take the two of you. There's a lot of magical energy coming through. So I feel like your person, even with the unicorn, the fate, and even if you see here, it's just like so sparkly, and even Gaia as well. It's just so sparkly energy. Of course, the deck is like that, but there's no coincidence that all of it seems to be aligning. And I feel like that's the feeling your person gets. Like this is a fantasy, but it's actually an opportunity that your person is getting to experience it in 3D. So it's kind of like, why am I not taking a chance when it actually does exist in 3D and it's not just a fantasy? For you, you might have kind of pulled back saying, okay, maybe this is just a fairy tale. Maybe it's never going to happen with Cinderella's coming over here. I feel like you might have given up on this connection, but things are shifting on your person's end. Paltio, things are really, really shifting on your person's end, and whatever you've been intuitively feeling about this connection, all those answers are coming to you. It's going to be clarity between the two of you about what this connection means. And I also think that I'm getting more of your energy, which is interesting, because I think that this connection might have been very, very frustrating for you for quite some time. I think that you intuitively felt one thing, but this person was behaving in another way in 3D, and it was just not matching up, and that might have been very confusing for you. But all through, I do see that you've bestowed kindness upon this person. Like you accepted whatever energy they were in, and you never tried to change that. You never tried to force them to be a certain way. And instead, you might have pulled back your energies because you wanted to protect yourself. It wasn't out of like conflict or, disagreement, even though I do see that there might have been disagreement on your end about how this person was handling this connection. There might have been that, but even so, I think that there was a lot of grace and a lot of kindness that you showed upon this person, which is an acknowledgement coming from them. But now things are shifting on your person's end. Now it looks like they're starting to open up to the idea of this connection and starting to understand that, hey, maybe we both manifested this connection. Maybe we both have been looking for this for all our lives. And now that it's here, why am I pushing it away? Why am I resisting it? Why do I feel like I'm not worthy of this, or that it's not true, or that something like this could never happen in my life? Why am I feeling all of those ways about this? So as your person's walls come down, they're starting to feel that urge to come towards you, and more importantly, to make sure that there is clarity about where both of you are standing, about where both of you are with respect to this connection, and more importantly, talking about their feelings with respect to this connection, what they've always felt. So for you specifically, and we're going to look in messages as well for you, but I think that answers are coming for you specifically, Paltu, and I think that it is your person's intentions to give you those answers at this point in time. That's very, very strongly coming through. Let's take a look, all right? Let's take a look at messages or maybe an advice that wants to come through for you, how to. Your person's thinking of how to come forward, and I think that you've been waiting for this for quite some time, so much so that you might have given up about this even happening as well. Like I said, I think that it might have been, I think it might have been very, very confusing for you about this person's actions, how they were behaving. There's a little bit of healing that needs to go on your end, pal, too. Maybe you might be holding on to a little bit of resentment on your end about how this person was acting, even though, yes, you've treated this person with kindness, but I think that there might have been a little bit of healing that needs to go on. I specifically see that maybe this might have closed your heart off to other connections, or you might just not have trusted your intuition after this, like after the incidents that have played out in this connection. So a little bit time is needed to look into the effect that this connection particularly has had on you, and how that might have been blocking you, how that pain might have been blocking you from fully experiencing life or even your emotions as well. Once you work through that, there will be forward movement in this connection. But even if there is forward movement, you might not be able to embrace it if you don't take the time to heal. That's important, all right? And healing specifically I'm getting for you, Paltio, is the effect that this connection, maybe you stopped trusting your intuition because you intuitively felt so strongly about this person. Maybe you stopped believing that a love of this magnitude could be possible for your life. So there are certain beliefs that you've held because of this connection, or that were created because of this connection, and it's important to heal that. It's important to heal that before this connection steps into your life, because the answers are coming, but You might not be able to trust those answers if you don't take the time to first believe it yourself. All right, so that's important over here. There is an opportunity for both of you to move forward in this connection. There is definitely going to be an opportunity for reconciliation, and all of the work is going to be done by your person. They're coming forward. They definitely want to step into more masculine energies. Gender doesn't matter, but that seems to be the energy that your person wants to kind of come through, because I think that they've been passive for too long, that they want to take action at this point. So that's coming through, but you need to be in an energy to receive it, right? That's important on your end. All right, so how to? This is where I will leave you for today. I really hope that this reading brought you the comfort, clarity, and confirmation you were looking for. Thank you for allowing me to read for you. My private readings are open right now. You can check the details in the description box below. But if this is where you'd like to leave me, then I just want to say thank you so much for all your love and positive energy, whether it's with a like, share, subscribe, comments, the tips that I send in, watching my page ads. Those are the ways that I feel your love and positive energy, and I'm really, really grateful for it. How to? Take care, trust your intuition. You always have free will. Catch you in my next one. Bye-bye.